Welcome back to the South African Morning. Now, most political parties are welcoming the dismissal of the bid to postpone the local government elections. Now, the IEC wanted the polls postponed to next year, but the Constitutional Court says it must be held between the 27th of October and the 1st of November. Let's get more reaction on the story as we have been. And now from the good parties, Brett Herron. Brett, many thanks for your time this morning. Now, let's start with your assessment of the decision that was taken by the Constitutional Court yesterday as the good party.
Well, let me start by saying that we also welcome the order and the clarity that the election must be held as provided for by the Constitution within 90 days of the current term of office ending, so that's by the 1st of November. So we welcome both the clarity and the fact that the Constitution is once again held up as our supreme law, which cannot be undermined, not even by the Constitutional Court. So we welcome that part. We also welcome the fact that the Minister Carter's promulgation of the election date has been set aside, because the sudden promulgation of the election date denied many new voters the opportunity to register to vote. And so now they will be those new voters and voters who need to change their registration because they've moved from one municipality to the other. They get the opportunity to participate in the elections, and that's good for our democracy.
Right. Are you not concerned, though, Brett, that the elections are at risk of not being free and fair? The argument that was made by the IEC and that report that was released by Judge Moseneke, especially because they're just a few weeks away.
I mean, our position was always that the elections could be held on the 27th of October and could be free and fair, and that the IEC could make adjustments to the election timetable to accommodate the COVID pandemic, as other countries have done. Judge Moseneke didn't say that the election wouldn't be free and fair. He said it was possible that it may not be free and fair. So we think the election can be free and fair, and that the Constitutional Court has cured some of the issues that may have undermined the free and fairness of this election, and that included the exclusion of so many new voters who were denied a voter registration weekend at the end of July and an opportunity to register to vote, or an opportunity to register to be a candidate.
Right, and I'm glad you bring up the registration, and I'm just wondering if you feel that are you confident rather that the IEC will be able to promote and process the registration period efficiently ahead of those elections?
I hope so. I mean, the IEC have been doing this task for decades. They can pull together a registration weekend very quickly for by-elections. Obviously, the scale of this is much larger than a by-election, but they have the machinery. They've done it very, many times for both by-elections, general elections, and local government elections. So I think they can pull a registration weekend off and put it together in time. They will have to announce that by Monday if they adhere to the order. Alternatively, the order does provide for voters to continue to register until the 10th of September, and they can do that using the online system or by going to an IEC office and registering themselves.
Right. Now, as a fairly new party, Brett, are there no concerns from you all at all about reaching out to potential voters ahead of those elections? Also, because of the pandemic, how is it that you are sending through your message clearly to the people and encouraging them to vote?
Well, yeah, this is a constraint that all political parties are operating under. We have always, as I say, regarded the 27th of October as the election date, and we plan for that date. So, I mean, the current lockdown regulations in South Africa do allow some political activity. Large rallies are obviously out of the question, but the ability to knock on doors and to try and persuade voters exists, and we will do that throughout the municipalities we're contesting. And we will also use digital technology, which we have been using since we were established in February 2019. So I think that there is some constraints, but those constraints apply equally to all parties. And we will be using traditional methods of knocking on doors and trying to persuade voters to give a new party a chance, given the track record of the old parties.
Brett Herron, many thanks for your time this morning. Then he's the Secretary General and mayoral candidate of the Good political party.